Number 13. What would be the extraneous solution that you would obtain when you solve the given equation? So the equation is here, x over x minus 3. So x over x minus 3 plus 6x plus 7 over x squared minus x minus 6, and that's equal to 1 over x plus 2. So the extraneous solution is the answer we get to this equation that does not check. So we're supposed to solve the equation and then check our answers, and it's the one that doesn't check. So if you have to guess, the two answers that won't make sense will be negative 2, because a negative 2 would make the bottom here 0, right? Because negative 2 plus 2 is 0. And the other answer that could be extraneous is 3, so 3. That's because 3 minus 3 is 0. So if you have to guess, it's probably negative 2 or 3. It's probably one of these. Of course, it could be there would be no extraneous solutions, right? But if I had to guess, I would guess negative 2 or 3. All right, let's not guess. Let's work it out. So I'm going to rewrite this as x over x minus 3. And the denominator in this second term should factor, okay? These problems are always rigged. It's always going to be x minus 3 in this case times x plus 2. It's always this times this. And you can check that it actually does factor that way. I'm going to go ahead and check in a second. It actually didn't factor. I just wrote it down. Let's see. So x times x is x squared. The middle term is negative 3x, and the outside term is 2x. Negative 3x plus 2x is negative 1x. So that works. And then negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Looks okay. The next step is to clear the fractions. So we're going to multiply everything by x minus 3 and x plus 2. Let me use a different color. So multiply both sides by x minus 3, x plus 2. And I have to somehow fit it over here. So I'm going to put it right here. X minus 3. Oh, it's super tiny. X plus 2. Okay, so now we're going to distribute this little tiny guy. So this is going to be x. And let's see, the x minus 3 cancels, so we're left with x plus 2. Right, because this x minus 3 will cancel with the other one, and we're left with x plus 2. Plus, then we have parentheses 6x plus 7. Right, they both cancel. How nice. And over here, the x plus 2 cancels, so we're left with 1 times x minus 3. All right, distribute. X times x is x squared. And then x times 2 is 2x. 2x. Plus 6x plus 7. And that's equal to x minus 3. Wow, okay, so maybe we can collect like terms. So x squared plus 8x, 2x plus 6x is 8x. Plus 7, and that's equal to x minus 3. This is a quadratic equation, so we should probably set it equal to 0 and try to solve it. So let's subtract x and add 3. Subtract x, add 3. These cancel, so you get x squared plus 7x plus 10 equals 0. Right, equals 0. Right, so 8x minus x is 7x, and then 7 plus 3 is 10. This should factor. I don't know how yet. Let's see. We need two numbers that multiply to 10 and add to 7x. So 2 and 5. Yeah, 2 and 5. So 2 and 5 multiply to 10 and add to 7. So that works, 2 and 5. So we get two answers, negative 2 and negative 5. And we know that negative 2 cannot be the answer. So this is the extraneous solution. This is the answer that doesn't check. And the reason we know that is because you can't plug it in, right? You can't plug negative 2 in here because you get 1 over negative 2 plus 2. So you get 1 over 0. So that's bad. So we want the answer that doesn't check, and that's called the extraneous solution. I hope this made sense.